So I'm Katrina D. I'm the Director of Youth and Women's Safety Wellbeing Division at the Women's and Children's Health Network, and one of the services in the division is Yarrow Place Rape and Sexual Assault Service. So Yarrow Place is a rape and sexual assault service. It's a 24-hour service for recent sexual assault. It provides counselling services, medical services and forensic services for anyone who's experienced a rape or sexual assault at the age of 16 years or older. Generally, the sexual assault service for 16 years and older is for anyone who's been sexually assaulted. Look, it really does vary. Some might be contacting because they want to know what their options are, like where can they get counselling, what happens if they report to police, or what are their options around legal processes, those kind of things. Sometimes it's about information, and then we will spend time giving them all of their options and helping them work through what's best for them. We certainly don't advocate for any particular pathway. We just give them their options and support whatever they choose to do. And sometimes we'll also talk to them about healthcare, so making sure that they attend to, like, do you need to have a health check after this, and do you need some support for the psychological impact. So it's a whole range of options that we try to give people, and the most important thing we do for people is that we actually believe what they're telling us. Sexual assault is very much what we call a gendered crime, in that the perpetrators are well over 90% are male. But the victims can be children, women, men, transgender, non-binary. A whole range of different people can be victims. It is a premeditated crime, and perpetrators commit that crime with the intention to get away with it, so they'll target more vulnerable people. So absolutely, we try to be inclusive. We try to move away from any blame on the victim at all, and often victims may come blaming themselves or feeling guilty. We address that as quickly as we can with people, very clear about responsibility lying with the perpetrator. It actually does vary. So sometimes we might have contact with somebody who's very recently assaulted, and that might be a referral from the police, and it might be because that person is reporting what has happened, and they might want a health check and some forensic evidence collected. So at that point in time, the person's often quite vulnerable, very traumatised, and we provide a what we call a crisis response. So there's a counselling component. They'll also speak to a doctor or a forensic nurse or forensic doctor about healthcare and about the forensic process. So that's very recent assaults. We also get calls though from people who might have been sexually assaulted several weeks ago or months ago or even years ago, and we can still provide them with a service as well. The service is inclusive, so it does respond to women, men and transgender, non-binary. So we would really strongly encourage anyone who's been sexually assaulted to seek support. People can contact us, they know they can speak to us in confidence, they know that we're going to believe them and support them. We come from a victim's rights perspective, so it is really about their rights. We come from a health lens, so we're very much looking at what are the health consequences of what they've gone through, as well as what are the justice pathways that should be open to them should they want to use those. Absolutely, self-referral is fine. We have an after-hours number and a daytime number, so it's the one number. It will just transfer to an after-hours line if they're calling after hours, so they're welcome to call us at any time. We also get referrals from SAPOL and other health services, GPs, school counsellors, a whole range of different people might refer to us, and we certainly will talk to anyone who contacts us, provide them the information they need, encourage them to access our service if that's what they're looking for. I'd certainly say contact a service like Yarrow Place, and there's also the 1800 RESPECT, which is 24 hours, so absolutely contact a service and seek support. Speak to people you trust, so if you have a family or a friend who you feel confident and trust, speak to them about it. If you tell somebody and their initial response isn't supportive or you don't feel believed, don't give up. do speak to somebody else, do speak to a service like Yarrow Place, and I would encourage them always to seek support and help, and understand that this is a serious trauma and it will have impact on their health and wellbeing.